Hey guys, so what do you want to talk about? That's in the great ways of Kodiros, but forget that. So today, I want to talk about the whole Alexander Isak saga. Am I the only one who feels there's been so much flow of football news going on from Alexander Isak to Eberechi Eze to club signings to Rodrigo drama? Like there's so much going on. So tomorrow, Liverpool plays Newcastle, and it's not going to be known as just any kind of game. It's going to be much more to it, and I feel like this is the right time to talk about the Alexander Isak situation and then share my view. But to do that, I've heard so many people, I've heard so many pundits speak, I've heard everyone have an opinion about it, and of all the opinions, there's one opinion I think captures the issue greatly. And so for those who don't understand what's going on with it, I'm just going to do it simply. In a workplace environment, Alexander Isak is a player, so an employee of a company, Newcastle, and Alexander Isak says, I don't want to play for you anymore because there were promises that were made that I can leave. And for those who don't know, Alexander Isak was one of the brightest thing last season in the English Premier League. He wants to go play for Liverpool. And because of that, Isak stops like showing up to work, in a simple man's term, stops training, and essentially is on a strike. And so the discussion you're going to have is essentially Sitsofe Atsrim, who I think has given the best analysis on the issue. So essentially, is he in the right to do that or not? Why is he doing that now? I would share my opinions intermittently with the videos because in as much as I think I understand Isak greatly, I also have question marks as to the timing of this protest and all of that. He could have literally done this like a long time ago when Liverpool were actively looking for a striker. So let's listen to what Sicho has to say on the Malam podcast. I think how do they call him this day? Malam podcast. So let's listen to Sicho's view.
Loyalty in football is bollocks.
Completely bollocks.
And a simple example I'll give you is this. Chelsea are not even adding Nicholas Jackson to their match.
Can you imagine?
Last season, Chelsea told Trevor Chalobah,
get out.
Ben Chilwell didn't train. He didn't play until January when he went to Newcastle. Now, when football clubs, and this season, Man United, Anthony, Malacia, Garnacho, Rashford, Sancho, they're under contract, just like Isak. But the club is saying,
go, we don't want you.
We don't want to see you at preseason. We don't want you to train with your teammates. Look, we don't want you to be around.
They have the right to do so.
We don't want the right.
Don't they have contract with the boys? They do.
They're under contract too.
But they can do that to them.
We don't want you to be around the first team.
So, I mean, what essentially Sicho is saying makes sense. It makes absolute sense because it's just like an employer-employee relationship. Even in Ghana or wherever you are, when an employer has no use for you, they get rid of you. They are going to they go by the Labor Act. That if you are lucky to get a good employer, go by the Labor Act, pay you whatever they are supposed to pay you. If you get a wicked one, they will just mess you up. So, and there are examples of teams who have done that from time immemorial. If a team does not want a player, the things they will put the player through to frustrate the player to leave the club, including not letting the player play. So that's the point Sicho is making here.
I don't want you to be around the canteen. I don't want you to be around the locker room. Their locker rooms have been taken from them. Their jersey numbers have been taken from them. And this is a football club, right? And we have several examples of football clubs who have done same to players.
Exactly.
Right? When the clubs don't want you,
they'll force you out.
They'll treat you basa. So for me, I'm not condemning what Isak has done, but that is the sport.
Yes.
That is the game. Loyalty doesn't count. So when the player doesn't want to stay at the club,
let him go.
They also feel like, okay, I won't also train. Just like if the club doesn't want the player,
they would have
don't train with the squad. How is it that Jackson was Chelsea's
top striker
only a couple of months ago? Even going into the Club World Cup, he was
the main man.
Couple of weeks on, the guy can't even he's not part of the match. He's not injured.
Yeah, driver.
Again, as a Chelsea fan, I would admit that Jackson is not my most favorite striker or anything like that. But yeah, I honestly will not condone the way we are treating him. I mean, essentially, we want to sell him, but it would be nice that at least he's on the team list. He's not on the team sheet, nothing. And even Jackson has not misbehaved. On the field, he misbehaved. I mean, has not misbehaved like how everyone is trying to say Alexander Isak, be nice, play ball, be cool. He shows up to training and all of that, but obviously being frustrated because the team has no use for him. C'est la vie. Ben Chilwell won the season Chelsea won the Champions League. It was Ben Chilwell. I'm not going to lie. Ben Chilwell and Reece James were very pivotal because our forward line was Zuku. Werner and Havertz and Zuku. But Ben Chilwell and Reece James and a couple of players were very pivotal to it. But then, see, Ben Chilwell can't get to play now because he's of really no use to the club. So it really be like that. It really be like that.
Part of the man they scored. He's Garnacho.
They did the same thing to the one who went to Atletico Madrid. That English boy.
Gallagher.
He was their captain.
Bro, so football, when it comes to loyalty and treat the under contract, the
If
club do it to the players.
they do it. So
And the players also do it to the clubs. Now, here's the thing. Newcastle can play big boy all they want. They are big with who owns them. But as a club in 2025, they are not as big. And here's the thing. You don't even have a replacement for Isak because all the players were going for...
Have I turned you down?
They've gone to bigger clubs.
Yes,
That's
they
the
rejected
statement.
you.
You Newcastle want to buy Wissa. And Wissa is doing what Isak is doing to Brentford.
To Brentford. You don't see anything wrong with that.
Wissa is doing what Isak is doing to Brentford.
Pepper.
The money Brentford is asking for you to pay.
You want to undercut.
The same thing Liverpool have done.
So, I mean, this is why I think this is one of the best analogy because, again, and this is something I feel like is missing from the conversation when it comes to Newcastle. I honestly think Newcastle needs a big boy manager. Eddie Howe is good, but if I am Ekitike, who is going to convince me to Newcastle? Eddie Howe? Like how? I'm not going to go. Imagine, and it's just an example, Jose Mourinho convincing me Ekitike at where was it? Was it Frankfurt? That Ekitike, come, I need you for this. I need you for this project. Players are not going to say no. Imagine if you have a Pep Guardiola convincing you to come for a project. Players are not going to say no. The thing that helps Ancelotti is, one, Liverpool is a big name. Liverpool is a bigger name than Newcastle. Let's put that aside. But then Slot backed it up by winning the Champions League. By winning the English Premier League. When Newcastle were in the Champions League 2 seasons ago, they couldn't even make it out of their group stage. So you get that thing. It takes big signings. The biggest signings they've made is Sandro Tonali. And honestly, Sandro Tonali was one of the biggest stars coming out of AC Milan. Bruno Guimaraes. These are like the 2 big signings they've made. Tonali, Bruno Guimaraes. I don't count Gordon because Gordon is English hype. I don't count Barnes. I don't count Isak. Isak, those who follow football knew of Isak's potential when he was coming. But these are like the 3 biggest signings you've made. Newcastle have this project they want to do, but I can't feel it. And so that's how it is. So for those who have not been following the transfer this season, every player Newcastle has gone for has been hijacked by another team. They wanted Joao Pedro. Chelsea hijacked and bought him. They wanted Hugo Ekitike. Liverpool went to buy him. They wanted Benjamin Sesko. Manchester United is wallowing in 15th, but then you see big boy is a big boy. Manchester United have him. So Newcastle as a club is, and I know they want people to take them seriously. I like Newcastle. They want people to take them seriously, but then I think what is missing, Eddie Howe is a good coach, but if you want to get to the next level, you need I won't say cult of personality per se, but someone who can command respect from players and then they will jump ship for him. Eddie Howe is a nice guy. Trust me, he's a good coach, but I don't think he's that man.
So nobody is a saint in the sport.
Yeah.
Because Newcastle is saying
The
Liverpool.
only saint is the contract.
They only say thank you. But then we also
even
know that the
even
Saints
that-
don't even respect the contract.
Yes,
The clubs don't
that's-
respect the contract.
yes.
And the players are trying to go against the contract. Otherwise,
Exactly.
why is Garnacho not in the Man United group? Why is
Man United have
he's
a
on the
contract with
contract? Why is he not training with his teammates? Why wouldn't he play on
And
match
Jackson's
days?
not training with the team.
He's not playing. He said he won't play.
Who?
No, but he's training
Oh,
with his
fair
team.
enough. He's training.
Who?
Jackson.
The outcast, no, they train alone.
Yes,
So,
Jackson is not an
Sterling-
outcast.
No, Jackson is not an outcast. He's
He
just the
used to
team,
with
but
the
he's not on the match day squad. He won't play.
Mm.
But it doesn't make sense.
And we all know why he won't play. They want to
They
ship him
want to
out.
move him out. So I'm saying that for me, the Klaus and the Isak Gassam Naba, and he's a player, so we are saying it. But we've quickly forgotten what Klaus like Man United, Klaus like Chelsea, Clubs like City, Arsenal, what did City do to Kevin Phillips? The boy sat on them like they
No,
were
but
treating
he-
Barcelona.
go.
The Phillips thing is very funny because his coach literally went out to say that he has become fat. So yeah, it really be like that.
That one no be there. He go Obolo.
No problem.
But you see,
No,
there is.
So yeah,
get
I would end it here. But then all I would want to see out of this thing is it really be like that. There's no need to get emotional about this thing. I saw Andy Carroll saying, "Oh, I wanted to play for Newcastle, black and white." Like, man, to hell with this thing. It's a business, and businesses are ruthless. It's either eat or be eaten. My problem with Isak is that if he wanted to leave, he should have staged that protest when the club you wanted to go to, which is Liverpool, needed a striker. You didn't leave at that time. It was after they bought a replacement, because I think if Isak had protested earlier, Liverpool go in for Isak and not Ekitike and any other aftermath. We will not be served with all this brouhaha. Things about contract legality. See, again, as a lawyer, I'm saying legalities are very important. Contracts are to be respected. But then that's why contracts are frustrated, contracts are abrogated. There are various of ways Isak can find around that contract. I think Liverpool also are not doing them any favors. At the end of the day, I think Isak will leave. One way or another, I think Isak will leave. Isak is not the first player to act this way. Felipe Coutinho did it when he was going to Barca. Liverpool fans insulted him. You get that kind of thing. Neymar left Barca with a lot of drama. Barca fans insulted him. So it's like this cycle. Everyone does it. And like Citro is rightly saying, the replacement for Isak, which is Yoram Wissa, who plays for Brentford, is also doing the same thing to his club just to come to Newcastle. So Charlie, the thing there. So when I see pundits getting emotional about all of these things, Charlie, I don't really want to pay much attention to it. So I don't get the big deal about Isak's thing. All I think is that people are saying, oh, he didn't act professionally, he should have trained, he should have done that. One, first of all, yeah, we know Eze's transfer. Eze is playing everything honky-dory. But sometimes players have to force the move. How do they, just like how clubs, I mean, just recently, Axel Disasi's picture of how Chelsea treats other players who don't make it to the match day squad was out. Pathetic. So, I mean, it's called Basbos. Everything goes. Thank you for being with us. I mean, on the next episode, I will talk about Eberechi Eze and why I think Arsenal should win the Premier League. Like, there is no excuse this season. On to the episode, see you. And Newcastle-Liverpool game, we would all be watching. It should be a spectacular game. It should be toxic, mad toxic. All over one player, Alexander Isak. Ciao.